Hey guys, here's a really stupid question for you. Did you know that I'm a Transformers fan?
The directing god Michael Bay! He's making another Transformers movie!
The only thing I want for Christmas this year is a Transformers movie that doesn't suck.
What if alien robots were fighting a civil war that bled over onto our planet? Oh wait, I forgot, we're just supposed to shut off our brains and enjoy the explosions. Never mind. Yeah, I know, I gotta cut back on the movie jokes before they get too repetitive. And you might have guessed that I'm also a fan of Mars Attacks. And it just so happens that IDW Publishing has put the two together. Yes, Mars Attacks the Transformers. There was a weird thing going on this last January, where they were pitting the Martians against a lot of other properties that IDW owned. Not sure what the point of it all was, unless the whole idea was just supposed to be a big joke. I mean, was the idea to imply that all of these books exist within the same universe? That's what most comic companies are trying to push when they do crossovers with their properties. Actually, hang on a minute. Huh. No crossover with the Transformers and the Ghostbusters that I can see. Damn. Anyway, the cover depicts Optimus Prime and Megatron in all of their retro glory, although the perspective on Optimus seems to be a little off, as they combine forces to fight against the invading Martians. And because it's Mars Attacks, naturally this scene has to be framed as if it's one of the old Mars Attacks trading cards, bearing the tagline, "Attack of the Bots," which is kind of misleading since it's obviously the Martians who are doing the most damage. If the cover is trying to fake us out by making us think that the Transformers are under Martian control or something, it's not really working. The comic opens by cutting right to the chase and giving us Optimus's fist plowing through Megatron's face. While I honestly do believe that there's more to the Transformers than just giant robots hitting each other, it is satisfying at least to see that the Transformers are going to be the focus of this story. Optimus continues beating the tar out of Megatron, and triumphantly declares that after centuries of fighting, you lose. And not only is Megatron losing, but we also see Ravage getting eaten by Grimlock, Starscream getting caught in a chokehold by Ironhide, Soundwave got beaten up by Bumblebee somehow, and Thundercracker crashed into the side of a building. Has enough time passed for planes crashing into buildings to be funny? The Autobots hand the Decepticons over to the military to haul them away. With the stasis cuffs Wheeljack invented, the Decepticons will no longer pose a threat, General. The stasis cuffs that Wheeljack invented. I give these things 10 seconds before they fall off the Decepticons and somehow latch onto the Autobots' wrists. Remember, this is the same guy who intentionally made the Dinobots stupid.
Simple brains, Wheeljack.
You are never gonna let me live that down, are you?
Hey, let's make the Dinobots stupid like real dinosaurs were. I'm Wheeljack. I make stupid robots.
You then see Spike Witwicky, the token human of the Autobots, make his way onto the scene, where he gets chewed out by the General here. Son, what in God's green earth are you wearing on your feet? What? I am an oil rig worker. You see any oil rigs around here, kid? No? Because there aren't any. Yellow boots. Think it through next time. Great. This is what happens when you repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Now we've got soldiers who won't only kill you, but they'll insult your fashion sense before they do. Spike sulks off, feeling dejected, although personally I'd be a bit more confused by what just happened than anything else, and the General thanks Optimus for his help. Now no one will mess with the good old US of... Yeah, who didn't see that one coming? And also, he's saluting as he's getting flash fried. Patriotic, and with lightning-fast reflexes, apparently. Nice. To Optimus's horror, we see flying saucers and Martian troops firing at everything they can. By the Matrix! And I gotta say, I really like hearing that Beast Wars catchphrase coming from the G1 universe. In the old cartoon, they never exactly explain in full detail what the Matrix is or what it does, so seeing these guys equate the Matrix to heaven like the Maximals did, it's just a nice fun little touch. Optimus exposits that the Autobots are in no position to fight another battle, and I think we need to pay attention to this panel for a moment. The last company to do Transformers comics was Dreamwave, and there's a meme that Transformers fans have attached to how Dreamwave would draw Transformers' faces. especially in a scene like this that demands a huge emotional response from the characters.
Dull surprise!
Yes, dull surprise. And while that might be present in some of these faces, they do also have anger, confusion, horror, and... well, okay, I have no idea how Blaster is reacting to the situation. Huh, Martians. Weird. But despite how all the Martians are wreaking all kinds of destruction on the city, Ironhide doesn't think that they're anything to get worked up about. And they promptly blow his arm off. Cliffjumper laughs at Ironhide's nonchalance, and then Ironhide just slaps him with his severed arm. And he has 2 right hands for some reason. They take cover, and Spike asks Bumblebee if he can understand what the Martians are saying. "Surrender now, or we shall do unspeakable things to your faces and pets." I guess between episodes of Yo Gabba Gabba, the brothers Chaps are writing for the Martian military. In the chaos, Megatron and Thundercracker are accidentally freed, and they release the rest of the Decepticons. Before the Martians can destroy them, Megatron makes one simple request. "Take me to your leader." Oh, I see what you did there. You said, "Take me to your leader," something which alien invaders usually say themselves, but you took it and you put it in an entirely different context. You are a very funny machine, sir. Any anal probe jokes you want to throw out there while you're at it? But they do take Megatron to their leader, and they strike up a deal to combine forces to destroy the Autobots, since the Martians can't fight the Autobots and the Decepticons at the same time. Optimus rallies the troops for a counterattack, but he's shocked to find Megatron fighting alongside the Martians. "Prime, you were saying something about losing? Never mind. I tend to block out whatever drivel spills from your mouth."
You know what, Megatron? I'm done. If you want Cybertron, it's all yours.
La 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 la, can't hear you, Prime, not listening, la la la.
They charge at each other, but before the battle royale can escalate into anything more than this rather epic panel, the Martians trap them all in a giant energy bubble.
Fucking bubbles!
You were correct, machine. We could not fight you both, so I lured you in with your repugnant overconfidence and have you trapped and helpless.
This is outrageous! Truly, truly, truly outrageous!
The Martians go off to continue their conquest of Earth.
You realize...
Don't!
If we're to escape this...
Just don't!
We need to work together as a team.
And one facepalm later, Megatron concedes and they work out a plan to free themselves. They hook Blaster and Soundwave together, insert Rule 34 joke here, and Blaster commends Megatron for his brilliant plan that he explained off-panel.
No one asked you, idiot!
Bumblebee tells him to lay off the attitude, to which Megatron replies,
I haven't killed you yet. Be happy!
And because we all could use some encouraging words from time to time, Soundwave and Blaster combine their forces and do whatever it is that Megatron suggested that we don't know about, and they're all free. And I gotta laugh at how the otherwise emotionless Soundwave just cocks an eyebrow at Blaster here. Megatron goes off to get his revenge on the Martian leader, but the leader just calmly grabs one of their shrinking rays, and Megatron is reduced to the size of a Micromaster. Transformers that are small enough to fit in your hand. Preposterous. But being the size of a child's plaything doesn't stop Megatron from shooting the leader in the face.
Behold the destructive might of Megatron!
Like a frickin' boss. The Transformers fight with the Martians, including their own robots, who for some reason look like giant spray cans. This is something that bugs me about Mars Attacks comics. Why is it that they almost never make the robots look like they do in the cards? They get the Martians themselves and their flying saucers more or less right, so why not the robots? Why is Mars Attacks Popeye the only comic to get them right? But while all that's going on, Starscream sees an opportunity. I've waited for this moment for a long time, Megatron! Now, when you're finally defenseless, I'll crush you with one hand and take my rightful place as leader of the Decepticons! And how does Megatron react to this insubordination? Without even flinching, he leaps onto his face and starts pounding the crap out of him.
Even in shrinkage, there's no command but mine.
While Soundwave was tinkering with the Martian shrinking ray to reverse its effects, Jazz and Ironhide have giant ants to contend with. But then the Insecticons show up to fight the ants themselves, and I guess the comic just kind of forgot that the Insecticons can clone themselves without any kind of limitations. Come to think of it, why haven't they used their cloning abilities to take over the world themselves? Or why hasn't Megatron duplicated that technology within the rest of his troops? We then find Spike as he's being surrounded by several Martians. Die, weak yet stylishly dressed human scum! I don't care who says what, girlfriend. Those boots are fabulous! But a downed power line falls into the puddle that they're all standing in, and the Martians all fry. Why wasn't Spike electrocuted? Rubber boots. Yeah! In your face, General! Yeah! In your horribly charred face! Oh my god. I'm an awful human being! The Transformers have all defeated the Martian troops, but there are still plenty of flying saucers left to fight. And when they swoop in to make their move, the Autobot saucer Cosmo sneaks up on them to take them all out.
You know, I never really saw a point to his alt form until now.
Oh yeah, except for that one time that he saved all of you guys from falling into the freaking sun! You're welcome! So the Martians are defeated, and Megatron is restored to his normal size.
We've done it, Megatron. By working together, we managed to drive back the invaders. This is an historic day in the history of our race. You're just going to go back to trying to kill us, aren't you?
Absolutely.
So that was Mars Attacks the Transformers, and it works. We have one property that's infamous for its unashamed use of gore, and another property that's far more kid-friendly in its pursuit to sell toys, and I went into this expecting it to feel really forced. But honestly, it really feels like it actually might be an episode from the original cartoon. It sure wouldn't be the first time that another alien force came between the Transformers as they were fighting for Earth. Of course, you don't get the same amount of blood and guts that you get in other Mars Attacks stories, but really, how gory can you be when fighting machines?
Oh, look at that robot! Oh, that's disgusting!
So yeah, as goofy as this was, this is actually a pretty good comic. And it actually got me interested in seeing what the other Mars Attacks tie-ins might have to offer. See you next time.